Hi everyone, this is Smriti. Welcome to QA automation classes. So in the last class we have seen how to use your post request with the help of hash map, right? So how to pass the post body through the hash map, and before that we have seen how to pass the post body through your Pojo classes. Okay, those two we have seen, but how did we did the assertion? Okay, so if you go and see, we did a very generic level of the assertion. We are getting the response in the form of string. Here it is. Okay, so if you see what we are doing, we are going to the response dot get body. We are retrieving the response body as a string. Okay, so everything, right, whatever is the response body as string is this one is now a string. Okay, so now within that we are verifying if it contains the id what is nothing but what you are passing from your feature, right? So let's say the id is passed from here is 31. So in the entire string, so in the selected area, I'm searching if 31 is present or not. Okay, so what happens instead of here it is 30, let's say somehow it is deleted. Okay, let's say this 31 object is deleted. Okay, but what happened here, let's say this id is, let's say, 33, okay, or 32, and author is smoothie 31, right? So 31 is present here. Okay, so in that case it will pass because we are validating in the entire string. So 31 is present here, but 31 is not present as a 32 is not present as a id. 32 is present along with the author name. So that is a wrong thing, right? So in that case the assertion is not proper. So how exactly we should assert it? So assertion should be always at the node level, right? So you should go to this particular object. Okay, so out of this you should get the id, and whatever id value you are getting, you have to compare it with your expected value, right? So expected value is coming from your feature file. So feature file expected value is 31, and actual id value what I'm getting from this JSON response. Okay, so we have to find it through the JSON path. We have to take the JSON path. How we have the XPath, similarly we have the JSON path. If you are following from the beginning, you might have seen how to identify the JSON path for the different elements. Okay, so we will go and find. Okay, so what is that id value? We will write the JSON path for this one. So because when we write the JSON path of this one, it will give, okay, the value is 31 now. Okay, so now my expectation is 31, and actually I'm also getting the 31 at id position. Then it's a match. We can go for the assert, right? Assert equals method. So similarly, so author, right? So author also, this is what is the actual. We have to give the JSON path for this node, and we'll get this value, and with this actual value we have to verify the expected value author. Okay, so that match we can do. And then similarly for the title, so let's say JSON path we have to give for this title, and then we can say what is the value we are getting from the actual API response and what is our expectation. So we can have a assert equal to over there. Okay, so this is the perfect way of doing the assertion. Okay, so if you are saying like the way we did our assertion, that is wrong. Okay, so that will give you some level of assertion, but it is not proper. Okay, so we should never use that. Okay, so where is our user post class? Okay, so what we're going to do, so we'll get rid of these things. Okay, these three statement will get rid of them. Okay, because this is not proper. Okay, so now let's have our assertions. Okay, so how to put these assertions now properly? So first what we'll do, so first we have to create the JSON path. Okay, so we already have the JSON path added to our um, like pom.xml. We have it as our dependency. Okay, so let's see JSON path. Yes, io.restassured path.json. Okay, so JSON path, give a object name. So I'll say JSON path same equals to new JSON path. Okay, so when I'm saying equals to new JSON path, here we have to give, sorry, JSON path. Okay, and it has to we have to give some parameter here. So what parameter we have to give? We have to give the response. Okay, whatever the response we are getting, we are capturing the response over here or not, right? So it is there. Okay, and it is defined at the class level. So response is available. Okay, so now with that response, what we are going to do? So I'll see the response. Okay, dot as string. Okay, so we are going to give the response as a string to the JSON path. Okay, a constructor. So now with the help of this JSON path, we can retrieve that particular node values, right? So how to get this node value? So now I can say JSON path dot get. Okay, so I'll say JSON path, okay, dot get. So what I'm getting here? Okay, so if I'll say JSON path dot get, so we can give within the double quote, we have to give that JSON path, complete JSON path. Okay, so if you go here, JSON path online, okay, JSON path online evaluator. Okay, so now we can copy the entire JSON path like this. Okay, if we have a JSON like this, you want the particular this type one, one dot type. We have already seen this one, right? This node value. So we can give the JSON path like this. Okay, we can give it there. But for our response, if you see the response over here, right, it is pretty simple. Okay, so I'll just copy this one, just paste it over here. Okay, so everything is at surface level only. We don't have any complex things. We can directly give like ID. So if you give the ID, you say 31. Okay, if you give author, okay, so we will directly see the author. Okay, author, and title also you can give like this. Okay, title also you can give like this. Okay, so we don't have to go with those complex JSON path, because it is everything is at the same surface level. When you see that you have same complex JSONs, you can go ahead and give this kind of JSON path, okay, inside the JSON path to get that particular value. So here I'll say, let's say I'm going to get the ID. Okay, so JSON path dot get ID. So what it is going to return me? Okay, so JSON path dot get ID is nothing but it is going to return the ID present at the ID value present in the response. Okay, so it is going to return me 31. Okay, so now, okay, so JSON path dot get ID. So now I'm going to get the 31 out of it. But what is my expected over here? So expected is ID. Okay, so we can do one thing. We can do directly. We can put it as the assert dot assert equals. Okay, so let's say assert dot assert equals. Okay, so we are going to validate. This is our expected, right? Because this is coming from our feature file ID, comma, this is nothing but our actual. Okay, comma, this is what is our actual. Okay, so these two things we are going to verify. Okay, and what else we can do here? If you want to give a message, we can also give a message. Okay, so ID not created or something we can say. Okay, so let's say comma. Okay, post ID is not found. Let's copy this one, it will be easy. And similarly we can have one more, and post ID, then title. Let's say for title we are doing title is not found. So here we are going to validate with title. Okay, JSON path dot get title. So it will give you the actual title, and this is our expected title. We can validate. And last one for author. Okay, so let's have this one. Let's say author. Okay, so author is not found, and here give author JSON path dot get author. Okay, awesome. So this is how exactly we should do the validation. Okay, and post object is created, and expected values are matching with API response. Okay, just giving this to understand if this one has been validated and this statement is getting executed or not. Okay, oh, so that's fine. So now everything is done. Okay, so let's go and update this value from 31 to 32. Okay, so 33 we can say. Let's see, I think 31. Do we have 32 over here? I think up to 31 was there. So yeah, it's only 31. So we can go with 32. Okay, so let's say 32. Okay, and transferring from QA to SDET. Now I'm saying here 32 smoothie 201. Okay, so now let's run it and see what is happening. Okay, so let us start execution. Okay, so endpoint is constructed. Okay, awesome. Okay, everything is passed over here. Let's see the response here. Okay, so if you see okay, so this is coming from log.all. This is your body, multipart is not. Okay, fine. And this is the request body. Okay, this is going through the hash map. Okay, we're using hash map. So okay, so user hits the user endpoint with the post HTTP method. Response status code is 201. Expected status code is matching with the actual status code. Awesome. And here, if you see, post object is created and expected values are matching with API response. So these assertions are also passed. Okay, and API response is in the JSON format. API response is in string. Okay, this is what we have given for the JSON validation. Okay, so awesome. If you see, the 32 got created and it is validated. So if we go and see over here, 32 should get created. Okay, and I can do one more time with 33. So let's say 33, just get rid of this one. Okay, and simple. So let's run it and see. If you have doubt, it will get cleared here because it is doing one-to-one matching there. Okay, awesome. Okay, so if you see, everything is working fine, and we created 33 also got created. So we can go and refresh it and we can see. So we can have the 33 transferring from queue to state. Okay, so this is the exact way in which you should do the validation. So validation should never happen with a string contains. Okay, that is a very basic and lowest level of the validation what you can do. You should always do the proper validation. The comparison should be always between apple to apple, right? You cannot compare apple to oranges. Okay, so always do this kind of validation. You go to that particular object and then go to that specific node, get that node's value with for that respective key, get that value and compare it with your expected value that you have passed from your feature file, right? This is the actual way in which you can do the validation. Okay, so yeah, so that's all to this class, guys. And we can do one thing. So before stopping the class, before concluding the class, let's do one thing. Let's do a commit. Okay, so git commit. So what it is saying, so 4 files. So now you will say add. Then first. So now what we'll do, we'll go and stage them. Okay, so let's click on the staging. So it is going to stage them, and now we have to give the command message. Okay, so automate user post feature post call. Okay, and here we have used both the approaches we can mention, right? Through what is that, pojo class, and through hash map. Okay, hash map, and validate response through JSON path. Okay, awesome. Okay, so it is done. So let's say commit, and so we'll do commit. Remote is not we have not defined our remote, so just commit should be okay. Okay, so it's going to get committed. Okay, so ignore. So okay, so let's go to the git and let's see. Okay, automate user post feature post call through pojo class and through the hash map, and validate through the JSON. Okay, path, validate through the JSON path. Okay, awesome. So this is what we finished. Okay, so yeah, that's all to this session, guys. If you guys are really enjoying this session, I'll request you to subscribe to my channel, Key Automation Classes, and um, please, if you have any questions, then put them in the comment. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And if you now, if you can please share it with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get benefited out of it. And yeah, we'll meet in the next class, guys. Stay tuned to Key Automation Classes. Thank you. Bye bye.